So, hello everyone. In today's video, we will try to understand how we can install MongoDB server and MongoDB shell. So first, let's understand what is MongoDB server. So MongoDB server is the main database engine that stores data in the form of document. So you can consider MongoDB server as an engine. It will help us to create databases. It will help us to store the data in the database or perform the required operations on the database. So to use MongoDB, we have to install this server, nothing but this MongoDB server application in our system, so that through this MongoDB server, we can perform the required operations like creating databases, creating collections, storing the data, accessing the data, updating the data, deleting the data, all those operations we can perform. So let's understand how we can install this MongoDB server. So to install this MongoDB server, first we have to visit the following URL which I have shown on the screen. So let's visit that URL. So let's go to our browser, and here you have to just type mongodb.com. When you type mongodb.com, you will land on this MongoDB official page. Now click on this products, then click on this community edition. The moment you click on this community edition, scroll down, you will get here download community option. Click on this. Again, scroll down. Now here you have to select your version, which version you want to download. So by default, it is selected latest version. And based on your operating system, you have to select the platform. So already I'm using Windows. So by default, I have selected Windows. And here you will find all other options. Next, you have to select the package. So by default, it is selected MSI, but you have one more type, that is zip. Better to go with MSI package. Directly it will provide us installer file. And once you have selected all this, click on download button. So once you click on download button, now that MongoDB server installer file will download. So here I have added those steps. So first we have to visit the website. After that, you have to choose the version, platform, package. Then we have to click on download, and then we have to run the installer file. So to run this installer file, we have to just check whether our package got downloaded or not. So let me just check. So it is getting downloaded here. So meanwhile, let it download. Yeah. So once it is downloaded, you can go to your downloads. So here you will find this installer file which is downloaded. So let me show you that installer file. So this is the installer file which is downloaded, guys. Now you have to just open this. How to open? Just double click on this. So we have to basically run that installer file. So for that, you have to just double click on that part. Now it will open one pop-up for us. So this is the pop-up which will open. You click on the next. Select the I accept the terms and license agreement checkbox. Again, click on next. Click on complete. Okay. So here by default install MongoDB as service. This is by default checked. So don't disturb it. Click on next. And then here you will have install MongoDB Compass. If you want to install this tool, let it be checked. If you don't want to install this Compass tool, this is a graphical user interface tool. So unselect it and click on next. And then click on install button. So once you click on install button, it will take some time to install MongoDB server in your system. So already I have installed, so I'm not installing it. So in this way, you will be able to install the MongoDB server in your system. Once MongoDB server is installed in your system, next we have to install MongoDB shell. So what is MongoDB shell? So MongoDB shell is a command line interface. Now using this MongoDB shell, we can interact with MongoDB server. So just now we have installed MongoDB server. Now if you want to interact with that MongoDB server, we are going to use another software, a command line tool called MongoDB shell. So using this shell, we can run all the database commands. We can manage databases and collections. And it acts like a terminal where you can communicate directly with MongoDB database. So this shell is going to provide us interface where we can add our instructions. Now those instructions will be taken by MongoDB server, and those instructions are get executed by your MongoDB server. So to install this MongoDB shell, we have to visit first this following URL. And then you have to choose same version, platform and package. Then you have to click on the download. An installer file will be downloaded. Then you have to run that installer file. Same process. So let me show you the demo. So for that, let's go to our browser. And here now you can directly type MongoDB shell download. So when you search for MongoDB shell download, you will land on this page. Now click on this MongoDB shell download. If you click on MongoDB shell download, here you will land on download page. Now if you scroll down, here it will ask you to select the version. By default, it will select latest version. If you want to change the version, you can change. You have to select the platform. You have to select the package. So by default here, it is selected zip, but I want to select MSI. So I am selecting MSI. Click on download button. The moment you click on download button, that installer file will be downloaded. So it's just a 50 MB file size. So it downloads very fast. So once it is downloaded, we have to go to the download page and we have to start our installation process. So let's go to our download page. So here we have the Mongosh. So Mongo shell. So this is the installer file which is downloaded. So just run that. How to run? Just double click on that file. Now it will open this wizard. Click on next. Now click on next and click on install. So once you click on install, this MongoDB shell will be installed in your system. Now if you want to verify whether your MongoDB server and MongoDB shell is installed successfully or not, for that go to your C drive. And in C drive, go to program files. Under program files, you should be able to find MongoDB folder. So if you find MongoDB folder, it means you have successfully installed MongoDB server. But still open this folder. Then you will find here server as a subfolder. Open that server subfolder. Then open that 8.0 and go to the bin. And now here if you find this MongoD command, it means successfully you have installed MongoDB server. Now, if you want to check whether you have installed MongoDB shell successfully or not, go to same program files and check here Mongo sh folder. If you find that Mongo sh folder, open that folder. In that folder, you should be able to find MongoDB sh file. If you find this, it means successfully you have installed MongoDB shell also. So this is how we have to install our MongoDB server and MongoDB shell, guys. So these are the two softwares which are required us for working with MongoDB database. So using these two softwares, we are going to work with MongoDB database. Yeah, so that's all guys for this video. In next video, let's learn next part.